Soon as it starts, okay, it's popping in, so I'm gonna come out of here.
Ms. Pam, I think you're muted, but let me know if you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you. I was just trying to make sure I was completely off before I start talking and we get that feedback. I can't stand that sound.
I'm with you.
And I don't want to click this thing because if I click that, that might take us off too. So let me just wait until we get off. It was something else Zoom related in the background.
So today we're
Okay.
going to be working off of Ushahidi. So let's open up Ushahidi. We're on component 3, and this is part 1 of a 2-part training inside of component 3. Today we'll be covering Ushahidi, next level mapping.
So the piece I think I'm at least grateful for is that I actually have been through most of these trainings with you.
You know,
So-
I was thinking you would probably have an easier time than Eric because this is not brand new for you.
right. He plays with the laptop, or he plays with this stuff probably more.
But
What do
this
you
is familiar
think?
to you.
Huh?
This is familiar to you, is what you're saying?
I'm saying it's familiar to me because we've been through a lot of this before. I just don't go on and do a lot of stuff on the computer.
Okay. Let me know when you're on the Ushahidi website.
That's what I want you to tell me. What did you want? I was asking you, what did you want me to do? So just go to Ushahidi.
I will text it to you right now because it's a unique link. I'll send it right here on the Zoom chat.
All right, let me go back to that.
Another way of getting to the Ushahidi link is going on the villagepower.net website and scrolling to the bottom and clicking on the map there.
Okay, but you just sent it, right?
I just sent it to Zoom. Yep, on the chat. Let me know if you received it.
Okay, it's opening up.
Okay, great.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I'm going to just make sure I have my do not disturb on my computer. Otherwise, it'll be blowing up. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is learn how to change a role inside of the account. Now, everybody that creates an account in the Ushahidi, they are just a member. But in order for us to give them rights to publish information, we would then have to go and update their role and let them and let the system know that this person can publish information and this person can also create new topics.
Okay, so the thing that we witnessed you do yesterday when you had to go in and change our rules.
Exactly.
Okay.
So now this is next level mapping. It's more for people who are going to be giving the training
Uh-huh.
on learning how to do what I did yesterday. So let me know when you're ready.
Okay.
Okay, so first thing, I'm going to go to settings right here on the.
Okay, now are you sharing? Do you want to share your screen?
Are you not seeing my screen? I thought I was.
I am now. You asked me to go to Ushahidi, so I have my Ushahidi up.
Okay, yes, that's a good point. So I did ask you to go to Shahidi. Just have that open as a backup because after I finish sharing my screen with you and showing you, then you can go ahead and do it.
Okay. Can you do hmm. Control plus.
To zoom it in?
Yes, please.
Yes, let me do that. Okay, I'll do it up to here because if I do it anymore, it changes the layout.
Okay.
So this is, I just want to make sure the layout stays the same because this is what most people will see. From the home page, well, first I have to log in. That way the system knows I have the rights to change people's roles. Once I'm logged in, this is what I'm going to see. Right here on the left, the outmost left, I have these 4 controls for map, data, activity, and settings.
Mhm.
Settings is where we're going to scroll down and find users. Once I find users, I'm going to click on there, and this will give me a list of everybody who has an account with Ushahidi.
Mhm.
We have some mock-up accounts like this guy here, West Philly neighbor. I created, his name is Jerry Hat. I mean, his email is jerryhat@gmail.com, so it's not
Mhm.
legit email. We have you here, Pam, different people, right? So the way to update them is to select the person's name. You see this little checkbox right next to theirs?
Mhm.
We're gonna click on that. And then as soon as I click on it, I just want you to notice what happens up top. As soon as I check that, there's this drop down that says one selected, and it gives me another menu where I can now pick which of the 3 roles they fit into. So far it's clear. So then I would just select, I could make them a village chief, and that would ask me on the bottom here, are you sure you want to change the role of one user to village chief? I would say, okay. And now, as you can see here on the role, it has been updated to village chief. So the way it's structured, let me go back to the VIP training here for the different roles. These are the types of roles that we have, and let me zoom in here for you. So we have 3 different roles. We have, and these are a little bit different than the first ones we had created, that was listed on the website. Just to simplify it, because I noticed that the 4 roles were a little confusing. These were here. We have the role number 1, which is the village hope dealer. This person reviews and publishes incoming information. Role number 2 is the village topic creator. This person can also do what the village hope dealer does by publishing information, but can also create new surveys. And then we have village chief, which is the person that manages all the users, the settings, and can also export data on top of being able to review, publish, and create new surveys. So just to go back here, we have, again, just to start from the start, I'm going to settings, scroll down to users, select the user, change the role, and that will ask me on the bottom if I want to do that for sure. I would click the OK button over here, this little white on the bottom, and that would have changed his role. And again, if I made a mistake, I can just select it again, change him back, click that button on the bottom, and that updates his role. Okay. There is another thing I want to show you before I go ahead and have you do it. And that is how to export data. So inside of settings, let's say that we're on the home page. I go back to settings, click on that, scroll down. Wait, export. Okay, scroll down to export and data tag. And all I have to do is click this yellow button, and this will give me all the map data in a CSV file. And it says here, this says on the bottom that it's loading, and you can leave this page and go back to other ones, and it will still continue to load and let you know when the export file is ready for download. Once it's ready for download, I'll show you what happens. It would give you an option to click on that and save it to your computer. So just to cover again how to get there, we go to settings, scroll down, export and data and tag data. And I'm just going to clear that out of the way so I can see on the bottom here, but it will still let me know when it's ready. And then to export, I can click export all data. Now, let's say you don't want to export all data and you just want food assistance information, or maybe you just want employment information. Okay, there's the notification telling me that the CSV got downloaded into my computer, and I can open that up. But let me show you what it looks like if you want to select only specific data to download. So this button, the gray button next to the yellow, is where you go to now select the different items inside of the surveys. You know how the surveys have different questions that we ask? This is a way to select just specific answers that people give. For example, maybe I want just the contact and the phone number from everyone inside of food assistance, and that's all I want to export. I would select those two and then export selected fields. Click on the yellow button to do that, and it will go through that same loading process.
Okay.
It's as simple as that. Do you have any questions?
Nope, that answered my question, because I was going to ask before you did all of the data, what if you just wanted certain fields? Now, what's the assign tag and attributes?
Yeah, honestly, I haven't gotten into
Don't
that.
work
I
with
think,
that. Okay. As
I
long as
think-
we don't work with it, that's cool.
yeah, I don't see a need for us to use that right now. I think it's related to this other data exchange database that we don't subscribe to. So
Okay, what do you envision? How do you envision, and when do you envision that we would even need to do the export of data?
I would
Whether
say,
it's the whole or selected amounts.
yeah, that's a good question. It's really helpful if you're working with community agencies that are looking for data. And that way you can provide different coalitions with data. You can provide different people with data. If they're doing research, they can have this data. That way it keeps circulating.
Okay. So is this kind of sort of like when we initially got the data, didn't we somehow pull it, Angel kind of pulled the data from some kind of, what do you call it, public source?
Right. That was a different project altogether. It's a different way of going about it. That was
Okay.
before we had the good map. Yeah, that was before the good map.
Okay. All right, so you want me to demonstrate now?
Yeah, so now if you could go to Zoom and share your screen, I can watch you.
Host disabled participant screen, so I think you gotta let me have access first or something.
Yeah, let me give you access. Thanks for letting me know. I'm eating dinner as we're doing this. I hope it's okay.
No, that's fine. That's what I was just going to check on. I was heating up a slice of pizza. I'm starving. What am I doing? Share screen. I have a little dilemma here. At one point, my computer is I'm using a TV screen,
Uh-huh.
a TV as my screen. and it was filling up the whole screen. And on one of its updates, it's like in this space where it's not doing the full screen. I got like an inch and a half that's not being included. And that's why you keep seeing me kind of moving my screen back and forth, because it's like all not fitting in where it was all fitting in before.
I see. So you can't see all of the whole screen right now?
At one time, right? Like when I go to make sure that I can
I
see
see.
this, so I can get to the settings, I can't get to the button that would make me close it or
Yeah,
minimize it.
I see it. It's cutting off a little bit on the screen
Yeah,
too.
I don't know why. It was fine when I first set the computer up, and on one of the updates that it did afterwards, then I couldn't get to it.
Okay,
So
are you noticing?
I'm seeing data and activity, but I don't see where I have settings.
Yeah, that's a good point. Why do you think that is?
Do you have to change my,
No, no, no.
am I
There's,
not signed in?
yeah, I don't think you're signed in. That's the thing. Once you log in, then you have access to change the settings. There it is.
Okay, I'm just trying to see, does it say my name somehow or something that make me know it? Okay.
So your
Let's see the
login,
settings now.
your login icon is that green one that's on the bottom of the toolbar on the left.
Okay, the little creature.
Exactly. So if you see that green one, you know it's you.
Okay. I'm a chief, right?
You are currently a chief. You're already a chief, so you just, I don't know if you can do that again.
Yeah, you can't. It says that you can't.
You see on the, yeah, you can just dismiss right there.
Blue is one of our created people, right?
Yeah. All right. Good deal. Now let's go to export data.
So I could just say got it and it'll do it, or I could
Exactly.
just screen. Okay.
Exactly.
Hey, Eric.
Oh, Eric's here.
Yeah. Are y'all recording this?
We are recording it.
I'm gonna have to check it out later because I'm on this other Zoom thing that's running overtime.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll be back probably in about 10 minutes, but just keep it going and I'll check back in.
All right.
Okay.
We're scheduled to end at 6:45, just heads up.
Okay.
Also, these videos are already on our YouTube channel, so you can refer to them later.
Cool, great. Thank you.
All right, Miss Pam. So you now figured out how to export data.
And I think I got the data. It came. It just dropped in.
Very nice. And how do you select just certain fields? So you would do that
But
if you wanted to export with just certain fields, you would do that before exporting data. You would click there
Right.
and then check the ones that you want and then export.
right.
Does that make sense? The categories for you, the categories of under each.
Okay, so if I wanted to just do food in isolation, I could do all of food and just hit select all.
Yes.
It would give me all the fields for food if that
Does-
was my sole concentration. And likewise for jobs, mental health, and peace and safety.
Correct, correct. Another
But
thing
if I
important to
wanted-
note is that in our surveys, instead of having a column called name of resource, the column name is called question. So that's something that we need to know, that when we're referring to the name of the
Say that one
resource,
more time so I can see if that makes sense in my head.
so you notice how we have columns for contact person, phone numbers and whatnot. There's no column
Uh-huh.
saying resource name. But if you hit question, that inside of that is going to be the resource name. You might have to,
Okay,
you might have to
Okay.
just see the list here on the screen to understand what I'm saying.
I see that question is made bold on each column, so it's signifying that question is what again?
Question is the name of the resource. It's the name of the
So that
organization.
means, huh?
It's the
Oh.
name of the organizations.
Okay, so I'm wearing a T-shirt shirt for um what is it? Revolutionary Vision. So Revolutionary Vision is the question.
Exactly. So if
Okay.
you want the name of the resource, you would select question or select all, right? Which is much easier.
Mhm.
All right, Miss Pam.
But-
Well, the next
But
thing
if
I
I
want to,
just wanted the contacts out of each one of the headings, then I would go to contact under peace and safety, contact under blah, blah, blah.
correct. But I
Okay.
would also select question and contact because that way they know that the name of the organization
With the
associated.
heading. Okay,
That way it's clear and not just a loose phone number.
okay.
All right, Miss Pam. Well, this is really important, I think, especially in the context of what we're trying to do with the VIP network. Having this data is really what empowers the village. And having the village contribute information into this database is really what makes it better coordinated. And the ability to export all of those entries this easily is revolutionary. I think it's a big breakthrough. So knowing how to export this is really helpful, especially when sharing data. So if you could stop your screen, I just want to show you next on how to
Okay,
create a
I want
server.
to see, what the exported fields.
Okay,
thing.
yes, check it out, check it out. It's a comma, what do they call it? Comma separated, I don't know what the V, variables
Uh-huh.
file. So it's not as nice to look at, but it's very just basic information, if that makes any sense. You'll
Okay.
see it once you open it.
Okay, I just wanted to see what it looked like. So if I click in here, if there's something in there, yeah, I can see it. So the field is too small to show it. Correct?
The field,
The columns are too small. Let me get, yeah.
yeah, you're gonna have
So
to
it comes
either
up
like,
as pounds.
I think to see that better, you'll need to change the font sizes, change some of the spacing around.
Right, yeah, I just opened it up just to see, to make sure
Mhm.
of what I was saying. Okay.
Now, if you export information before someone cleans it up, it's going to be a very messy data sheet. If someone has already categorized it, if someone's already put the information inside of the columns that they need to be in, and they do that by what we did last in the last training, by going and reviewing and publishing the information. That's how the information gets cleaned up. Because people send in information in various types of ways. And then once we put them in the right boxes and publish it, the Excel sheet also gets updated. And then we do another export with the
Okay.
data more organized.
Okay.
All right, let me show you now how to create a survey. This is the last portion of today's training. So to create a
Okay.
survey, we're going to
Wait. I gotta get you back up.
Okay, sorry, I was going a little quick there. Get excited. Let me know when you're there.
1 second. Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so creating a survey, the same thing, we go through settings. Now we click surveys. And the yellow button up top here, you might not see it if the screen is covering it. If the,
No, I'm able to see it for you on your
Okay.
screen. I'm seeing it.
So I click new survey, and now if you notice inside of this card, the card is this whole area that has all the text inside of it. Oop, let me get out of that. Inside of this card, you can see that there are a survey name, a description, and then starting after this white bar, I can start adding different fields into the survey, almost like a Google form,
Mhm.
right? This is in build mode. It's selected here, build. You can also configure it, but that's not necessary because all the settings are already what we want. So to go back here to build, we would then begin adding fields to this. And I think the best way I can do this is by showing you the video that I already created. So
Okay.
I'm going to play that video. Let me just make sure my screen is optimized for audio. Wrong screen. So inside of our YouTube channel, I have a video here called Create Survey Topics.
Okay.
Hi everyone, today we're gonna cover how to create a survey using the Good Map. On the left toolbar, you see all the different topics we have. Each one of these are surveys for people
Do me
to
a
enter
favor.
information about a topic. Can you hear?
Do me a favor, stop it for a second and let me. I can, but it looked like you have it up as far as you can make it, so let me cut it up on my end.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
You see all the different topics we have. Each one of these are surveys for people to enter information about a topic and resource. So let's get right into it. I'm going to log in into my account. I'm already logged in. After that, I'm going into settings, then clicking into surveys. And at the top right, there's this yellow button. I'm going to click new survey. And that should take me to this blank form where I can begin to enter the name and the description, and then begin to add different fields of what the survey is going to include right here. So first, just take a look at this page. There's this card that encompasses the form, and inside of the card there are text boxes where we can add different text, and below this white bar right here we have two options: to build and to configure. So here, a third option will pop up when you save the survey, and that's where you find the link to share the survey with others. So you can get that shareable link once you save the survey. Configurations are normally set to the way we already want them, so no need to fix that. And then the build is, as it says, to build the survey questions. So to start, we are going to add a name and a survey description. So I'm going to put peace and safety as the topic. The description should be a short invitation explaining why people should fill out the survey and what we do with the information. So I'm going to state that it takes a village to grow a community, so share about supports you know that can keep our neighborhood safe and peaceful. The information you share is made public, but you can remain anonymous. As I scroll down here, I'm going to click on this title, and that will give me an opportunity to change that into a new thing. So what I'm going to do is, instead of title, I want to start with a question. I pose the question: if your friend is in a non-crime or violence-related emergency that needs intervention, where would you recommend they go for assistance? Now I want this question to be big and bold when they see the survey, so I'm going to click on this little H box for header, and I'm going to make sure that this is a large header, and that would make this text a lot bigger. Now as I know I'm going fast. Okay, what's your question?
That was it. I was like, did you all of a sudden start testing yourself, or it was a joke, but okay. You
All
were
right,
just going
Yeah,
fast.
I sped it up, and I sped it up a little bit so that we can keep the video shorter.
Okay, so could a person slow it down if they needed to, or that control you don't have? One wouldn't have that control.
I think the thing that they can do is to go back here. Do you see my screen? This is on YouTube. I can do a
Yeah.
playback speed,
Uh-huh.
and I can do like 0.25 playback speed to go a little slower.
Okay.
Or I can just pause in between things and then just go back and play the video. Let me know when you're ready to continue. Go down
I'm ready.
to the bottom of this form. I'm going to add and close and keep it moving. Next, the description, I'm going to change to phone number. I'm going to click add and close and keep it moving. I'm going to add a new field because we want more than just those 2 questions on the survey. Once you click add new field, you're going to see options of the different types of questions that we can ask. I'm going to add a long text, and I'm going to name this field contact person. I'm going to click add and close.
I have another
And I'm gonna
question.
add
Can you just pause?
Yeah.
No question. I just want to get my piece of pizza.
Get your pizza, Miss Pam.
Oh, I'm starving.
Learning's better when we have food.
Oh my God. Okay.
All right. More fields. Long text. The next one is going to be URL or web link. Remember, these are all related to the service and the resource that someone would provide. The next one we're going to add is another long field called the address. For now, we're just going to have them write out the address, and that's good enough for this stage. We're going to add another field entitled more information. Now,
So
as you can see,
this is actually building the spreadsheet that we saw.
it's
in part.
building. I mean, every survey that we create adds on to the spreadsheet when we export.
Okay.
But we're really building a survey, and then when we export data, it pulls from the surveys.
Right. Okay. Okay. I'm
This
just
white
looking
box
at the
allows us.
interconnect-
Say what?
Yeah, I'm just looking at the interconnectedness.
Okay, yes, very good. It sounds like it's clicking for you. To add a subtitle description under that big name header. So on the survey, they would see more information, and the description we want to put here is any additional instructions or hints on how to access the resource. I don't need to change the header on this one because it's okay if it looks small. I'm going to click add and close to keep it moving, and that is what the survey would look like. We have a question, a phone number, contact person, URL or web link, the address to the location, and more information. These are the 6 questions that we are asking them. Next, we're going to move away from this card, and as you see outside of this area, there's a button to add a task. We're going to click that now to allow the VIP team member to locate the exact address once the information is submitted and sent to us. The task is only visible to VIP team members, not to the public. So the name of this task is going to be location address, and the description for it are instructions on how to manage the task. I'm going to require that this task be completed before visible to the public because the address information needs to be verified on the map for it to show up on the good map. So this is a requirement. Posts should not go live without a physical address. I'm going to click add and close a new card below the other survey. And this is the task. It's called location address. Find the location of the service on the map by matching the exact address before information goes live. And I can click to add a field. This time it's not going to be a long text. It's going to be a location field. And what this does is it allows for the map to trigger a location when we enter the address. And that would finalize this survey. So it's as simple as that. I'll click save on the top right, and that will complete the survey.
Now, for some reason, I don't know why, but on my far right hand, where you just had to click to save, there's a black box that's covering that,
There's a what?
like a black box.
There's a
You
black
just-
box.
It's moving around the screen now. Before I couldn't see, but it was over here on the far right-hand side of the screen for me.
Is it on your computer or is it on the video? It must be on your computer because it's not on the video.
Okay. Okay, I don't know what it is right now. It's right in the center. It was right in the center.
Okay. So then let's have you take a stab at it, at creating a survey. Why don't you share your screen on Zoom? And also I will send you via the chat dummy text that you can enter for the description of the survey and some of the subtitles.
You had to pick a category first, right?
Well, no, you're creating a category.
I'm creating the survey, so I'm creating a new one.
Mm-hmm. So you can just name this anything. It's just for a dummy text. So you can say whatever category or topic that you want.
Okay.
I sent you on the Zoom chat a description. You can just paste that over there if you'd like. But the goal here is to explain what you're doing by collecting information and how their information is going to be collected.
You sent me something where in the chat or?
The Zoom chat, yep.
Let's back up so I can get to the other fields.
And I'll type in the order here of the question. So we start with,
Wait a minute, see what thing that I have. This. Excuse me. This is what I need to minimize. I don't know where my Ushahidi thing went.
it should be the little globe, the gray globe on the last tab.
Okay. It's hidden from the thing.
You can click that got it, that green thumbs up. There's a little got it button. That way you clear the screen for you to see more.
Right now, I'm just trying to figure out how to get back to the chat because I'm having to keep minimizing you. Let me see if I can leave this and push it a little bit to the side and I can still see
Okay.
it. Question. Okay, so I'm at cut and paste for question. So I have to
Correct.
do build.
You're already on build, so you can click on title and that will
Okay.
bring up the form inside the form. There you go. And now replace the name title with question in all caps. And then now under description is when you paste that question. And remove the question out of the description because it's already up above. And do you remember what we do here with the text?
No, not really.
We're gonna select it and then we're gonna make it really big. That way it stands out from the form. It's the biggest thing they see. So go ahead and click H and header 2. There you go. Actually, header 1. I think it's header 1 is what we use on the other surveys. There we go.
Okay.
And now you just add and close and move on to the next field. That yellow button on the bottom.
I don't have a yellow button yet.
You don't see the yellow button?
No, I have it now. I had to move you off the screen because I have to keep that big. Okay.
And now description is going to be changed to, I'll tell you, contact person. So click on description to change that name to contact person. The next couple ones are pretty straightforward, so I'll keep telling you. You don't have to read back from Zoom.
Okay.
And then add and close. And now we're going to add a field, long text. And that one's going to be named phone number. And you can add and close and move on to add another field.
Oh, 1 second. Give me 1 second and see if this person needs the information for this next Zoom.
I'm sorry, Ms. Pam?
I said, give me a second. I'm trying to see if this person is reaching out to me because they need something for the next Zoom.
I see.
Hey, how are you? Real quick, I'm on the Zoom. I was reaching out to see if, calling back to see if you were trying to respond to my text. Oh, where are you at? I can't hear you. As soon as you start talking, it goes out. Do you want me to send you the? Yes. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Bye-bye. One second.
Okay. We just have a couple more things. This is the last thing that we need to cover. And then we're done
Okay.
with today's
Wanna
training.
make sure it's okay to give this person this link. Mike, how are you? I have a real quick question for you. This is Pam. I have a girlfriend that was gonna come onto the Zoom link. I just want to make sure it's okay to give it to her. Okay, all righty. Thanks. Bye-bye. Okay. Oh, shit. Just realized that. Give me a second to send this person this link. And I realized I just sent it out to everybody with it in there, I think. Well,
I'm here.
okay, I've been trying to click off. It wasn't letting me click on the icon.
Which
I was
icon?
trying
The Ushahidi?
to, no, I tried to go back to share screen and it wouldn't take me back, and I was talking to you and you couldn't.
I see your screen.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so we're almost done with the survey, and that's the last thing that we need to do for today. So the next thing, we're gonna add another field. How far did we get down to? Phone number? We're gonna add another field, long text. This one's gonna be called URL and web link. You got it. URL or web link
Oh,
or web link. No, meaning, sorry, just type URL or web link.
okay, you want both.
Exactly.
Okay,
Okay, and then save and close. We're gonna add another long text field. This one's gonna be called address. And before you go into add the last one, go to your Zoom chat really quick. Copy from the chat. I think you're on the website for Zoom, which is a different thing than the application for Zoom. You can close that window so it doesn't confuse you. You can just close that internet tab if it's confusing to you, because I know you see the Zoom logo. And then I don't know if you're thinking that.
just trying to find where I had minimized that, so it's like just this little small strip, so I had to find the strip.
Did you find it?
Yeah,
Okay. So on the chat, I have that
the more information.
more information. Yep, that's where you're gonna add that subtitle. Please provide any additional details. Useful for neighbors.
Okay, so I'm cutting and pasting the more information.
Mm-hmm. Correct. Into the Ushahidi. And now we're gonna add the last field.
So I'm creating this field, and then what I just copied is getting pasted in that space.
It's gonna get pasted in the description of the new space.
Part of that, right,
Mhm.
okay.
And it's gonna be long text. The name of it is gonna be called more information, but the description is, you got it.
Correct.
Just there's a semicolon next to more information that's not needed, but yes, you're good to go. Save and close after that. And okay, so we're done with the survey portion. We're gonna scroll down. And now we're gonna add a task. And that will finalize the survey. Oh, sorry, no, you click out of that. So you clicked on add a field. We're gonna add the task right there. You got it. And this one, you can just name ABC for the sake of brevity. We're just going to. The other YouTube video explains more detail on what to add there. You can require this task to be completed before the post be visible. Toggle that switch on right underneath. And then click add and close. Just click. Yeah, you just need to click, that's all. And then add and close. And now that you started a new task, you can add a field inside of that task. And this field is going to be called a location. No longer a long text. This is a location, which brings up the map. And then you can just put a name to it saying map. And the correct, I mean, there's more ways of doing this, but the video tells more details, and you can add and close that. And that's as simple as that. Now to save the survey on the top right of the window, you're going to click that yellow button. There you go. You saved your survey. If you scroll down to the bottom, you should see your survey listed along with all the others. And if you
Okay.
click into it, you can see spin. And now you see on those, everything's there, the tasks and the questions. And you can
Mhm.
see on the tabs, there's build, configure, and now you see share. Right underneath the description, there's three little buttons. Click on
Right
share
now,
to see the link to the survey so you can share it with others.
I'm not, oh, right here.
Right there, yeah,
Okay.
you got it. And that will be the link to the survey,
Right here.
correct? Mhm.
Okay. So do I need to do something with that link, or is it going to share like it is? I do save.
It's already saved. You don't need to save anything else. It's just
Oh,
that if
okay.
you wanna send this link to a friend so they can start filling out the survey and putting information inside the system, that's the link you share with them.
Okay.
Yep. So that's pretty much it. That's how you create a survey. If you go back to the homepage of Ushahidi, if you just cancel out of that and go to the map,
Cancel here.
yeah, you can cancel there and then go to the map, which is on the top left toolbar. You can click on the map. You will see now spin is listed as a new topic on that list
Right here. Okay.
right there, correct?
Okay.
Yep. I'm gonna delete that for now because that was just a test and a test trial, but now at least you know how to create new topics for the Ushahidi surveys. I mean, for the Good Map
Okay.
survey.
Okay.
Okay, Ms. Pam, well, that is it for today. I will see you Sunday at 8 p.m. then, right?
And thank y'all for adjusting for me yesterday. I had no idea things was gonna run.
No, that's fine. Yeah,
So
I think it worked out best for everybody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank you.
I'm sorry about your sister, by the way. I heard about
Whew.
that.
Yeah, thank you. It's too much going on right now.
Mm.
It's too much. I got called to see how my nephew's doing.
Keep your head up, Ms. Pam.
Thank you.
All right,
See
I'll talk to you later.
Okay, bye-bye.
Enjoy dinner. Bye.